Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I have a mini Monday for you, and this is of Brody's last day with us. So we are definitely towards the end of this album, and so I'm going to be documenting this one. I have a 8.5 by 11 piece of paper down there that is from a paper pack that I got. I think I got it at Tuesday morning. And then I have that piece of white. It looks kind of like a wooden, I don't want to say wood grain, but it's like wood slats, or what does Joanna Gaines call it? Oh, shiplap. It looks like shiplap to me. So I cut that down to a little bit shorter and put that down there. And then I have all these just little scrap pieces of paper that I pulled from my stash, so I can kind of use some of these things up. And I'm going to cut a couple of florals out here from this piece of paper. And the little grid piece of paper that I put right behind the photo there, that is actually from a Studio Calico stamp set from the packaging. And I just really like the grid pattern on it. So I just cut that down, cut off the branding on it, and I'm going to use that as kind of a grid pattern. So that's a little trick I like to use if I see some packaging, you know, from products that I really like. I could cut things off and use it as pattern paper. All right, so I am fussy cutting out these florals here, so I'm going to use one on each side. Now this is a picture obviously of me holding Brody, and this was his last morning with us. We had his appointment at the vet's office at 11, I think, and so I spent that entire morning just like that. I just held him up on my chest, and he had his head down on my chest, and we just snuggled like that for a few hours. Like my arms were hurting by the end of it because I was holding him so much, but I did not want to let him go. So yep, we sat there like that for a really long time, and I talked to him, and he snuggled with me and looked at me, and yeah, it was, I'm really happy I was able to do that, you know, that I was able to be home and do that for him on his last day. But yeah, it was hard. It was a very hard day. And so I just, you know, spent that whole time holding him and stroking him and, you know, telling him how much we loved him, and you know, just kind of whispering stuff to him the whole time. So okay. I had a couple clocks there too, and I punched those out of a piece of pattern paper because I just it was really kind of like, you know, almost a countdown type thing because we knew what was going to be happening and all that. So I put those on there along with the florals. I am using these thickers here, and I have 2 packages of them, but one of them is getting a little low, so I just used whatever I could out of that package, and then I opened the new package as well and got what I needed from there. So I spelled out Our Last Day, and that's going to be my title. And I'm going to go ahead and put those down, and since they are chipboard, I'm going to use my quick dry adhesive to put those down. So I'm going to stick them right here. It'll be Our Last Day. And then I'm going to put down this flare badge, and it says thank you on it. And I really like that because that's something I said to him, you know, that day. I thanked him for being, you know, such a wonderful dog and such a great companion for us, and being so great with the girls, and, you know, really just being a part of our family, and thanked him for how much joy he brought us, because he really did. All right, I have a couple of these punched butterflies that I got somewhere. I want to say I maybe got that at the retreat, for the Victoria Marie scrapbook retreat this past year. We got a lot of goodies at that thing, so I think these were a part of that. And I'm going to go ahead and put those down, and then I have these blue stars, enamel stars, that I'm going to use. I'm going to use up this package, or at least the stars on that package there. And now I'm going to work on my journaling. I have a lot to say, so I'm going to take a scrap piece of white cardstock here. I'm going to cut it down, and then I'm just going to write out my journaling, and then I'm going to cut it into strips. And then I am going to run those through my Xyron machine and then put them down like that. So I kind of, just have them in order, and then I'm going to stick them all through, because that's just the easiest way for me to make sure they get stuck down. So I'm just going to go ahead and run my bone folder over this so that they stick, and then I will start putting these down in order for the strips. And I did measure, everything, so I knew where I wanted it to start before I put them in there. So I just cut that part out because it was boring. All right, so all of my journaling is going down here, and it was just literally everything I just told you, what we did and how I was holding him and whispering to him and loving him and all that. So I'm just putting all of that down here. And making sure all the adhesive stays on the back. Rubbing off a little bit that kind of came up there. And then now I'm going to add the date. I'm using my Heidi Swapp date stamp, and this was April 7th, 2017. And so I have that there. And then I'm going to add a couple little enamel hearts here from Jelly Bean Soup, and I'm going to add a couple of pink hearts. And then that is going to complete my layout. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you guys for being patient with my mini Mondays, even though I haven't had that many lately, but I'm almost done. I think I only have one more thing to do for this album, and then it's complete. So I should be back next week with the conclusion for that. So thank you guys, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.